Hey everyone, decided to jump into the next
When
gen.
reading the description of the way the steering ratio works in this car, if you want to cut it a little more than it was, you would go up with the number or down. I went up the way I read it.
A little bit of info there for you, I guess. He is reading that correctly.
That's where I went up.
I went the opposite way. I went down to 40.
10-4. Yeah, it said a higher number, more twitchy, and harder to catch. But the more twitchy always made it easier to catch, and then it said lower overall steering ratio. That's how I read it too.
Anyway, qualified on the pole here.
That's what I figured. I mean, these cars are pretty crap right now because it's basically just a Gen 6.
We're in a 30.304. Got a guy from Japan starting next to me with
I don't know, they feel like they got
fairly high ping.
too much grip to me.
Got 50 laps, no idea if I'm going to have to pit for tires.
They're not perfectly calibrated yet. Just
Not
because, you know, there's no real-life model to go off of yet.
There are two additional sets of
yeah, I think
this race. Be smooth
once
and
they
have a
got
good run.
wishbone, but suspension in the back instead of straight axle, I think they got way more grip back there than they really will, but they may have that. I don't know.
Alright, so hopefully we can get a clean race in here. Instead I worry about the higher ping there on the outside of me, and there's someone else from...
The rear grip is what makes them counterintuitive for me to drive.
I forget.
Get comfortable in them.
Somewhere pretty far away I had a pretty high
Yeah, you
ping.
can go around Charlotte almost full throttle for like 20 laps without losing any time at all.
Just dragging the brakes here, trying to warm things up a little. These things have next to no grip for like the first lap and a half.
They can make some cool racing on, you know, certain tracks, but it just don't feel right.
Well, they want everybody to pack racing, and that's what these cars are.
Yeah, hell, they're pretty much straight up road specialty
About to go
cars.
green, stay focused.
Pretty much.
See if I can get a good launch here.
Catch the pace car.
I am glad the bodies are
Pace car is off.
symmetrical, though. That tickles me to death.
Green flag, green flag.
Take it easy this first lap or two till everything heats up. Here, a little bit of a lock to the left front. See everybody behind me kind of shot high. I was on the brakes a little early because of that.
33.667.
Also downshift to kind of help slow the car down a little. So the brakes on these are very good, but they're good to the point that they lock the tires up. These would be fantastic brakes for traction control, or ABS.
The yellow flag is out.
And there's
Line
a
up,
caution.
single file. Pit road is closed. Catch the 15 car.
I believe this is a...
Alan, I appreciate you letting me slide across the track in front of you to go where that wreck wasn't going to be.
I think there were 16 cars signed up for this. The number 1 car didn't show.
None of us won any X's. We don't earn.
Import.
Alright, so a couple laps and we're under caution.
Yeah, it's good that you've seen where we need to go at the same time I did.
Pit road's open.
I'm not sure how hard it is to pass. Every time I was doing any of the practice sessions here, pretty much nobody was practicing these cars. They're different.
Closed. Pit road is closed.
I'm sure a lot of people aren't finding them very fun.
Just hoping iRacing has the Gen 4 car Super Speedway package back.
But we don't know how these things are actually going to drive, so it's a
The
little hard to
one
judge
that
it.
we run last season?
No, apparently they're supposed to add the Gen 4 like model for Super Speedway, so instead of having that little whip on the nose, it's just that single where it just goes all the way down. So that way, you know, you can actually bump draft and not, you know, spin somebody out.
10-4.
Rumors, but I'd love to have it. Just a, you know, Gen 4 series that's not ARCA.
Yeah. I always imagine ARCA as it is now, them bodies are like off a 2004 NASCAR. Am I assuming almost correct?
Oh yeah, they're the Monte Carlo SS's, which were
One left to green. Line up on the
late in
inside.
the 2000s,
1 minute,
but
8.1.
they aren't the actual Gen 4 cars. They're still docked horsepower.
10-4, but I thought they actually were some of the Cup bodies and designed off the Cup bodies of when the Cups were real popular, you know, 2000 to 2004.
Oh, they are. It's the Monte Carlo. It's just the SS, which was like ran from like 2005 to like 2007. I want just the Monte Carlo, Pontiac, you know, Ford, Fusion, all that, like early 2000s.
Yeah, that's before they started learning the cool bind and shit, and they were awesome to drive back then.
About to go green. Stay focused.
I think that was
Yeah,
before
actually,
coil
learn how
bind. You
to
should take a
drive
look
them.
at the body on the ARCA car. That was
Catch the
right in
pace
that
car.
generation.
Pace car is off. Green, green, green.
That is 100% the twisted sister
1
body
minute,
on the ARCA car.
4.24.
I think it's Twisted Sister is a Hendrick name, but I mean, they were all pretty funky.
The yellow flag is out. They want you in single file. Pit road is closed right now. Catch the pace car.
So I guess this is how this race is going to go. So we need to hurry up and catch the pace car here. So it's probably going to be really boring for you. Obviously, I give you the little things to skip around so you can avoid watching us pace.
Pit road's open.
And the pace car's all the way up here. Don't really have anything interesting to talk about, other than I don't like shifting with these cars, like in the middle of the straightaway, that sort of thing. Downshifting into the corner. Don't like that. You can let it in fourth when you're running by yourself. I've been pretty quick by myself doing that. But it kind of like, when you're on the rev limiter, I think it was 153. You just hit 153 and you're stuck there for like a second or two on your corner entry. So it's kind of like a speed limiter that's built in there. Just because you're on the rev limiter, you can't go any faster. But it's probably also a lot harder on the engine.
Anybody tried the road course here that runs the exterior bit? I think the USF cars it was ran it a week or two ago, and man, talk about a challenging road
Closed.
course.
Pit road is closed.
Something else.
So, anyway, yeah, these next-gen cars are an official series this season. Like last season where it was unofficial, so you kind of just try to push the limits, and if you wreck, you wreck. Not so much this season. They do have an open setup version, which I haven't messed with. Try to stay out of the open setup stuff because I don't want to pay for setups, and I don't have time to sit and figure out a setup. So I'll run fixed setup. I can't say that I haven't paid for setups because I have. Big block modified, I pay for what I run on those.
1 minute 7.665. Line up on the inside.
I had a gift card or something, like a Visa gift card. I just used that, so somebody else basically bought setups for me.
13, you're starting to blink pretty bad.
That might be the other. Oh no, it's not him.
Not know at all. Get out of the way.
So there's another car out here that is from somewhere, not in the U.S.
Better now.
If it happens, I'll find my way where I can get to the bottom clean and drop all the way to the back or the first.
Get ready, going green.
Just let me know.
Pace car is off. Green, green, green.
I changed it up a little bit, went early that time.
1 minute 3.
Yeah, keep second place honest.
4.
Change it up or they'll start to anticipate it, and there goes your advantage, being the leader. So my line here is kind of low entry, let it roll up and try to cut it down.
The yellow flag is out. Line up, single file.
And I'm not really going to get to explain any of that the way this is looking. It's pretty typical. Just for
always things
Hampshire.
Feel so stable up front. I can't imagine how these wrecks are happening, but I've seen so many wrecks here this week. It ain't surprising. It's supposed to have these.
I just tried to hold it inside and ended up getting loose and spun out. Didn't hit anybody, but it just spun out. So
yeah, it's just kind of like
pit road is now open.
Kind of diamond line.
Flat track racing.
Avoid getting under the lowest dash line because there's a banking transition there and it will spin you out. And these cars, once you get sideways, you're not saving it. I said I changed the steering ratio in this to the
Yeah, I wasn't talking like
40 millimeters per revolution.
Every restart we had just this top. Oh, you know, it's surprising.
But basically that's kind of like the equivalent of going 16-to-1 on your steering ratio. I'm just trying to be a little easier on the front tires, and I actually felt like it was easier to drive. It took the twitchiness away from it. And it gets sideways on you, like I said. Even if you have that quick steering ratio, I don't think you're going to save it. Because it's just so hard to save these cars, and that might even be contributing to making them so hard because you're just overcorrecting and just shooting yourself back the opposite direction. So that's what I went with. Brake bias, I am all the way down to 51%. Just because of how this thing wants to lock up the front tires. So, you know, right around here under caution. Find this, I don't know what this thing's modeled after. Some kind of Porsche.
The pit road is closed.
I'm sure somebody knows what that base car's modeled after. I have no clue. I don't pay attention to European cars. Sorry if that hurts your feelings. I've worked in the auto industry close to 15 years. I do not have a high opinion of European cars. Although in general, I don't have a high opinion of very many brands, just for various reasons.
Hey guys, have I been blinking anymore? My standing face don't even show me that no blink.
I think
you look fine to me. I don't see any more blinking.
11 might be a bit of a challenge.
Thank you.
Looks like he's pretty strong here. He got a good run on that last restart. Might have to drag this restart down a little bit, see if I can do something with him.
1 to go, next time by. 1 minute 7.943. Line up on the inside.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy looking at blinks in a standing page. There's a total of 7 blinks in the whole lobby. That's wild. But that could be mine blinking and not being able to read them.
Alright. So it sounds like he's restarting it first. So I'm going to try to speed this up to screw him up a little
green.
bit.
Stay focused.
So I'm restarting in second.
Pace car is off. Time to do your job. Green flag, green flag.
Worked well enough.
1 minute 3.683.
Trying to get him down on that flat to get him loose. So he looked under me there and I pushed. And he got loose in front of the entire
Caution,
field.
yellow flag. Line
Oh
up,
man.
single file. Closed. Pit road is closed.
Oh, good one
Catch the
there,
pace
too.
car.
Okay, I guess he got tagged by somebody. I just saw him sideways in the mirror. So these guys are restarting first. I'm restarting in second. Let's get up here and play around a little bit. So I never gave first a thought, because I mean, pit speed 55. You're at $7 grand already. I don't like that. Second gear is where you should be restarting, I think.
Bob, I'm going down the apron on this problem. I'll go up. It's wanting you to go around.
It's gonna be the longest race ever.
I mean, everybody can take the 2 for that wreck.
Caution after caution after caution.
Car 15 got the lucky dog. Let them past on the outside. Catch the pace car.
Lucky dog coming high.
Letter 15 carbide. You had the position when the yellow flag came out.
So I haven't checked to see if the actual New Hampshire Cup race is going back to green yet. They were in the rain delay when I jumped into this. I watched enough to watch Kyle Busch and 2 of the other Gibbs guys have some problems when it started raining. Little upset that Busch didn't give us what we wanted from his interview afterward, but that was smart on his part. What he said or didn't say was telling
Pit
enough.
road is closed.
Although I'll be curious to hear if and how much he gets fined for hitting the pace car. See, we can't do that here. So we just drive through it. Saw somebody, it was on the, I think it's the NASCAR subreddit in the race thread they had going on it. Said something about, you forgot it wasn't iRacing where you can drive through the pace car. Run around second this whole time. So I don't know if I need. I mean, run around under caution. There's probably no reason to save
Next
fuel.
time by 1 minute 8.003. Line up on the inside.
That's typically what I would be doing to save fuel. I mean, I know there are more tricks to it than just riding around in high gear, but
Well, if we used any tires up, I'm going to be the one that learns, huh?
rate this is going, there should be no reason to
Supposed
take
be
any
in the
tires.
brake car.
Alright, so the 10 is
Get ready,
also restarting
going
in a
green.
second by the sound of it.
Pace car is off. Green, green, green. 1 minute, 4.496.
Almost did something really bad there. Almost downshifted to third. Forgot on the restart, you don't even get to fifth, so you shouldn't be downshifting to third. Alright, we got a lap in. Look at that.
31.279.
Baby steps. Slide the car up to the second groove. When I say slide it up, I don't mean that I wanted to slide it up, I mean I slid it up. These are just a strange car to drive.
I'm glad whoever ran that Hoover, I'd have cut them off big time.
And there, I missed it. That's something they'll do. They'll slide up like that. Like, I'm sure I missed my mark a bit on that corner, but...
Caution, yellow flag. Line up,
And
single
another
file.
caution.
Pit road is closed right now. Catch the pace car.
We're almost halfway, and I think we've run a combined 4 to 5 laps green.
Catch the pace car.
Get up here, bump draft pace car.
Pit road is now open.
Yeah, not bothering with that. Curious if anybody behind me does go in. Well, looks like, yeah, everyone. Almost. A couple guys staying out. I don't think it's going to matter. We haven't run enough to really do anything to the tires. And I don't want to be back in traffic, so we're just going to stay out here. I believe the... I don't know if it's the 9 or the 4 was the other car, along with the 2 that wasn't from the US. Can't remember where they were from, though. So the 2 was Japan. Don't remember the other one. I think it's interesting to see, people outside of the US trying these cars out. I'm just curious what interests them about them.
Closed. Pit road is closed.
This is going to be a whole lot of skipping around in this video. I mean, how far are we into this already? We are... Oh, where is it at? I don't even know what I'm looking for. Do we have a time limit on this? I don't think we do. Don't know. Just trying to entertain myself.
Coming up on halfway here. 1 to go, next time by. 1 minute, 7.679. Line up on the inside.
So yeah, for as few laps as we've actually run, the guys that got tires, I don't see that making any difference for them whatsoever. If anything, it might hurt them a little bit compared to someone that's been out here with some heat in the tires, and theirs are still on the colder side. So, at least that's what I'm hoping. I could be completely wrong. Alright, so the 9 is keeping pace with me.
Get
here.
ready, going green. The pace car is off, be ready. Green, green, green.
Waited a little longer on that one.
1 minute, 5.418.
That was always a fun thing back when I was dirt racing, trying to figure out
5.553.
how and when you wanted to, do the start and restart. Hey, look at that, the 11's back up here. It's pretty fast. But with dirt, you'd have the guy behind you pushing you too, so. There, I locked up the left front, which I don't need to be doing. Kind of missed my entry a little bit.
30.834. Caution, yellow flag. They want you in single file.
Again.
Pit road is closed. Catch the pace car.
So I got my biggest challenger back behind me again in the 11.
20 laps to go.
Yeah, being able to control the restart is pretty much the biggest advantage in this race.
We got a comedian or anything in here to make this parade kind of entertaining?
We need something.
Pit road's open.
Well, the only clown in here is the number 2, and he's on pit road because he's out of the race.
11's still mad at the 2.
Gen 4. Yeah, if we had to get a stand-up comedian in these complete caution races, that'd be pretty entertaining to listen to a good comedian for about 45 minutes.
Car 15 got the lucky dog. Let them past on the
What's
outside.
about coming high?
Yeah, that's the second time he's gotten the lucky dog.
Let the 15 car by.
I guess on the positive side.
Hey, is the mirrors completely unconfigurable and savable from car to car as far as number?
Anyway, like I was saying, I guess on the positive side, so far this is just, good for safety rating. Which I will need to build up before next week in the trucks, because they are at iRacing Super Speedway.
Closed. Pit road is closed.
And we all know how that goes.
I feel like that left side mirror is in completely the wrong spot. I felt like centered on that post would be 100 times better, but maybe I'm wrong.
Because from car to car, it's just the different angles. You're sitting higher in these cars, that's why.
Well, I run the virtual rear, which this virtual rear looks pretty good, but then open wheel cars, I run 2. NASCARs, I just like to run one, that left side. There's no way to save that from car to car, I don't think. Not that I can figure out anyways.
Meanwhile, I'm just here using the one virtual rear view mirror. Never had mirrors when I was racing.
1 to go, next time by. 1 minute, 7.547. Line up on the inside.
But people in real life typically understood that you don't stick your nose in where you shouldn't and cause problems. Because that also costs you money in real life. Not so much in these. 11 car's beat up, but he's still quick. He's still first gear. So again, to screw with him, we're gonna do a little bit of a faster restart. So he has to shift.
Get ready, going green.
Real quick.
Pace car is off. Green flag, green flag. 1 minute, 3.586.
Tried to look under me there. He also does have fresher tires, I would assume.
.082.
Locked the left front a little on that entry. Basically, I'm trying to make this straightaway as long as I can so I can put the power down with as little wheel into it as possible.
30.525.
Which also, backing the entry up helps you out with. And there he goes on his own because he clipped that bottom.
Caution, yellow flag. Line up, single file. Pit road is closed. Catch the pace car.
Yep, he got down there right on that transition and sent him around.
Ah, these cars suck.
Trying to speed up here and catch the pace car a little faster, so maybe we can get through this caution a little faster.
Catch the 14 car.
Yeah, like Sam, from your seat, it's like you hadn't even seen a bit of Donkey racing.
From the 2 wrecking me earlier out of 4.
Catch the pace car.
Right.
And that, you know, just going to the corner, you hit the wrong damn spot on the track and just spins you around because these cars have no handling whatsoever.
Pit road is now open.
I feel like they're just glued to the track. Kind of, I don't know.
Nah, I wouldn't say they're glued to the track.
The Gen 6 cars, you can control it, but man, I wasn't even in the throttle and it just went around on me. These cars are terrible. They don't have them right. They need to fix them.
Need to fix a car
Do
that
you run the bottom lane here at all?
really doesn't exist yet, technically.
No, it's
I mean,
not.
it exists, but I mean, it
it's hard to
hasn't
run the
been raced
bottom lane without just sliding all over the
competitively
place.
yet.
Car 7.
They'll
Got
have to
the lucky
complain about
dog.
it.
Let them
10-4,
pass
that's
on the
why
outside.
that's actually the... Right.
Probably what happened, I got just, you know, an inch of my tire onto the bottom lane and just was like, nope, you're going around.
I mean, you don't want to do
Let
that.
the 7.
any
I was
car.
amazed just like
Here.
how driving styles can make a car feel completely different to 2 people, and but still both of them know that it's wrong. It's kind of wild.
They need to fix these cars when they should have never had it this early. They are not built right.
You don't have to race them.
Oh, and things are at Daytona or Talladega. If you lose the draft, you're done for the race. There's no point in catching up.
Yeah, if you're the back car in the line too, it's not hard at all to lose them.
No, you can't get, if you're half a second away from the car in front of you at like one of those super speedways, you kiss your race goodbye. Like you're praying for a caution because that's the only thing that's going to happen.
Yeah, naturally, I'll get in my little bubble and try to be the back car and stay 7 or 8 tenths in most plate races, and yeah, I've lost the draft I don't know how many times doing that naturally in these things.
Yeah, these cars are set up like a joke.
These cars are very different than the current Cup car. They're going to handle very differently. Not saying it's right, because I have no idea. But they're not going to be the same. Everyone has their opinion. You know how the saying goes.
Hell, I think they look good as hell, but that's something, huh?
That's about it.
1 lap to green. 1 minute 7.814. Line up on the inside. 10 to go. This time by.
Alright, now we'll figure out how we want to restart with
Yeah,
the
I think iRacing just missed it a little bit. I really have high hopes that they'll race real good at certain places, but
I mean, for road courses, that's it.
10-4. Some of the stuff I hate is all the aero dependency, and I think these will be the best cars ever for clean air, but I don't know, maybe not.
We'll see. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm of the mind that
About to go green. Stay focused.
take all aero downforce off the car and give them mechanical grip. That's my philosophy.
The pace car is off. Be ready. Green, green, green. 1 minute 4.408. Caution, yellow
Are you
flag.
kidding me?
Line up, single file. Pit road is closed. Catch the pace car.
The pace
I
lap
found that not
500.
handling at all that you talked about.
Let's say you get on that bottom lane and it just turns you.
So we're gonna go back to green with what, like on lap 46 or 47? I don't know. This has been really bad. Just saw,
Pit road is now open.
I forget his actual name, but Griffin 2448. I watched his video on these, and it was pretty much the same thing in his race. What is his name? Gavin? I forget. Like I said in other videos, I'm horrible with names.
Car 14. Got the lucky dog. Let them
Lucky
pass
dog
on the
coming around the
outside.
high side. Lucky dog on the high side.
Letter 14. Carbide. You had the position when the yellow flag came out.
It's kind of funny to see because of the number placement on the front of these cars. They had to unstamp the grill decals and all that of the Ford. So you have some people putting like Charger or Challenger stuff onto the front end of the Mustang, and it just kind of looks funny. So I'm sure that's another thing that will get updated at some point. along with, I'm sure, the number placement being moved.
Pit road is closed right now.
Which the number thing doesn't really bother me all that much. I mean, my dirt car, the street stock, my number was moved back, kind of like NASCAR wants to do on this. And the reason I did that was because, for one, I had the air cleaner through the hood of the car, so it's not a good spot to throw any sort of sponsor. You can't really see it that well anyway. I mean, there's no TV. But, you know, the pictures that you get from the track, from like track photographer and all that, the biggest place for a sponsor would be on the door there. So you move the number back, give you more space, combining the front fender and front part of the door. You know, it's a better space for a sponsor. That's kind of what they're going for on this too. The quarter panels are just so short on these cars. But either way, move it back, move it forward, leave it the same. It's not going to change how the cars race. Bigger things to worry about than where the number is.
1 to go, next time by. 1 minute, 7.963. You'll be lining up on the inside. 5 to go.
Alright, I think we'll go early on this one since I went late that last one. Trying to figure out what the 10 is thinking I'm going to do. It's always a mind game. See if we can finish this race off under green. That would be amazing.
About to go green. Stay focused.
Go ahead, 10, get up here.
The pace car is off. Be ready. Green flag, green flag. 1 minute, 3.565. .921. .689. You've got 2 laps to go. I need 1 more good lap.
Long across the line before the yellow. Excellent.
30.567.
For there to be a caution just before I got to the start-finish line. I don't know if there's green-white checkered in this. I would imagine there is. Be curious to see how little of the tire actually got used in this mess. And wire to wire thanks to 6 million caution flags.
You won. All right.
But, I mean, I guess it's an A-class win. I'll just go park on the front stretch so I can get a neat little picture. Yeah, if you like riding around under caution, then by all means do this race. Otherwise, nah, that was not fun. Alright, we'll park it right there. Alright, let's see, tires. 84 on the right front, 88 in the rear, so I was a little harder on the front, which I knew I was going to be just with how I was running. Let's take a look at how the results ended up. Only 10 actually finished the race. So yeah, pretty dull race. Like I said, I've set things up so you can hopefully skip through all the cautions and see the total of maybe 5 minutes of actual racing. Thanks for watching.